Lerner, BrooklynPhotoWorks.com, and here we are today looking at a bunch of bags. And these are all think tank bags, and this is my arsenal. This is my workforce. These are my assistants, virtual assistants, and I can tell you guys that I could not get my job done as well or as easily without the help of these beautiful camera bags. I've been a huge think tank fan for years, ever since I first bought my Airport Streetwalker hard drive, which is an incredibly versatile bag. It's got tons of interior space. It's actually got enough space inside so that often when I do editorial shoots, I put my camera gear here and some flashes, and then on the other side, I lay in some nano stands and some umbrellas, and it's an amazing editorial bag, and it's even got room back here to put my laptop. Hey, how about that? So when I'm on the subway and I'm just kind of running around the city and I need kind of like a small editorial kit, this is awesome. I've got my Airport Urban Disguise 40, which is also a great little bag here. This one is really nice because I've also got the shoulder straps for it, so I can just kind of be completely mobile. It's got a shoulder strap as well. Did I say shoulder strap twice? I meant the backpack strap. That's awesome because then you get both arms free, so when you're running around the city, you've got a lot of versatility in that way. Then we've got the Navigator right here. This thing is incredible. This thing is low. It's got a nice front access to get into all of your gear, which is fantastic. It's got this huge telescoping handle, like most of the roller bags. The handle's fantastic. Cool thing is that sometimes I use these two bags in conjunction when I travel because I want to keep the majority of my gear here, but often I want to have a smaller bag just to kind of walk around. It's got this Urban Disguise, has a flap on the back here. You zip this thing open and it can nest right on top of this thing. So when you're traveling through airports or crossing a lot of ground, you've got these two things that made up together perfectly, and then they can break apart for all you need. This bag too also has tons of room inside of it. It's got a laptop. It's got a laptop holder in the front right here, so I can put a ton of gear in here, plus my laptop, and then I can always piggyback this thing on top of there. Here's one of my favorite all-time bags, the Airport Security version 2. And this thing is incredible. It holds a ton of gear. It's got a nice little flap in the front here. I typically throw my laptop in there. I can put cameras, lenses, flashes, triggers, all kinds of stuff in here. Incredibly versatile. And when I'm doing a big shoot and I need a ton of gear, I bring this with me. So as you can see, there's a perfectly nice progression to all of these incredible bags, but there's a mystery box back here. Well, if I didn't think that I had the perfect bag for everything, I think I now have completed that, or I can check off the final bag, or at least the final bag for the moment right now, in this suite or ensemble of bags that I have here. This right here was just sent to me by the incredible Think Tank people. This is the Airport Production Manager. This is the biggest bag, I think, or the biggest roller bag that Think Tank has ever made. And this little puppy right here, or I should say big boy, is going to be housing all of my lighting gear, okay? Right now, I've got a portable lighting kit, a bunch of strobes and some modifiers and all different kinds of bits and bobs that I take out on shoots when I need to have more of kind of a professional lighting setup, and I don't really have a home for that stuff. I've kind of been spreading it out in a bunch of different bags, but it hasn't really been working out. So now I'm super excited to have this Production Manager 40 where I will be putting all of that gear in here and have a nice, secure, and easy way to carry all my gear. So I'm gonna cut the video right now and I'm gonna go and do somewhat of an unboxing. I'll show you guys the interior, and then I'm gonna show you guys my pack. So it's probably gonna be in a few different stages. So hang on there. All right guys, here we are. And we've got the Think Tank Production Manager 40 sitting right here in this box. This is a very triumphant moment. I'm so excited for this bag. I really can't even tell you guys how excited I am for this bag. But we're gonna open it up and we're gonna check it out. All right. Wow. thing is massive. Oh my God. Well, thankfully, there's a nice convenient carry handle right here on the side. So let's lift this puppy out. Oh. You know, considering its size and the construction for this puppy, it's actually surprisingly lightweight, which is hard to believe. So let's pull this thing out of here. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. This is absolutely perfect. You know, the thing that's so cool about ThinkTank is that these guys build bags for photographers. I mean, they really think of everything. I mean, the construction on this thing is absolutely incredible. And there's so many little add-ons over here, so that you can add, you know, stands in here. You can put a strap on here and strap things down in here, slide things in through there. Wow. All right. Look at this huge flat pocket on the front here. I mean, can you imagine when you're traveling, put your laptop in there, put all your travel papers in there so you don't have to open up your bag if you don't need to? It's really, really super cool. All right, I'm just really kind of excited to check this thing out. I mean, there's so many zippered areas in here to put stuff, which is really great. Look at this. Cable lock there so that you can, I'll just turn this around and show you guys. Cable lock is here so that you can lock the bag, which I think is kind of a smart idea. So when you're traveling and you're checking this bag, you don't want anybody going through it. So it's nice that all of their bags have those nice key combination locks already built in. Wow, very, 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 very cool. And we're gonna explore this bag together. All right, so as you guys can see, this bag is tall, all right? I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, maybe 6'1"-ish or whatever. I'm not wearing shoes right now. So you can see that this bag is easily 4 feet tall or so. Okay, so without breaking my table, let's open this thing up and take a look. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, well, very cool. They give you kind of a little placard in here that kind of gives you an idea of different ways that you could set it up. Here they've got a couple of ProPhoto B1s and a battery pack and some reflectors and some speed rings. Bunch of lenses over here, a couple camera bodies and like a little bit of grip gear. This is for the real hardcore lighting setup where you've just got a couple of packs and some lights and cables and speed rings and reflectors. So it's really kind of cool that they give you this because it gives you a sense of what you can do when you open up the bag and you see this. There is no shortage in here of dividers, okay? And that's the cool thing about these bags, the versatility, in that you guys can open up a ThinkTank bag and the possibilities are endless. Of course, they're going to give you a configuration that makes it a little bit easier for you to kind of get started, but there is no right or wrong way to set up this bag. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna end up laying out all my gear and trying to figure out the best way to configure this so I can house all my gear in here securely and be able to have it be really tidy. What I typically do in a bag of this size and dimension is I'll put the heavier stuff toward the bottom of the bag, but without skewing it to the point where it's too bottom heavy. But I like to have the majority of the way to the bottom of the bag because that's where the wheels are going to be, and I want so that when I'm lifting it and I'm dragging it around or pulling it by the wheels, that it's not too heavy, okay? And then I'll probably lay some modifiers in here, some battery packs, some lights. So this is going to be pretty cool. What I'll probably do here, guys, is I'm going to set this bag up and then I will show you my pack and I'll show you all the stuff that I was able to squeeze in here. This is the kind of bag that I will feel secure traveling with, checking in as baggage and putting all of my nice lighting gear in there. So that is the Production Manager 40 from ThinkTank. I couldn't be more excited to add this to my growing stable of ThinkTank bags, which I use every day as a professional photographer. All right, guys, so I'm back and I have stuffed this bag with my lighting kit. I've got my strobes in there, I've got modifiers in there, I've got a bunch of grip in there, I've got all the accessories that I need, and there's still room for more. How is that even possible? And you're looking at this thing and you're wondering, what the heck is all this stuff? Well, ThinkTank, those guys are just, they think of everything. And this is all these dividers that came with the bag that I didn't actually use. What I'll probably do, like I do with most bags, is I'll put them in storage because I often will change the interior configuration of my bags depending on my pack. So for pack version number 1 right now, which I'm going to show you guys momentarily so you can see how I decided to do this pack, I realized that I didn't need all this stuff, you know? So this stuff is just going to kind of, like I said, it's going to go into storage. So for the time being, let me just get this stuff out of the way here. And then I will do the big reveal and show you how I stuffed my ThinkTank Production Manager 40 with gear. Okay, very first order of business here is that in this top pocket right here, I have got my tether tools table tether system, which I love. I love this thing, man. I just put this on top of a light stand or a C-stand or whatever, put my laptop on there, and I'm good to go. Nice grippy surface, and it's a real lifesaver, you know, when because typically when I'm shooting with studio lights or I'm on location even, I'm shooting tethered, and that's why I love this Tether Tools product, which is terrific. Also in here, I've got some grids for my my Einsteins and a couple other little bits and bobs, and that just fits real nice in the top over here, real clean, and that's good to go. So let's open it up and take a look. And I gotta tell you, man, even the zippers on this are just these amazing YKK heavy duty, you know, the whole zipper track. I mean, this is stuff that is built to last. Everything about this feels incredible quality. The ballistic nylon, all of the materials, everything built so darn well. Okay, ta-da! Anyway, we're inside the bag here, and I've filled the top of this bag with things that I will access, okay? So right here I've got all the Pocket Wizard relays for my lights. I've got the power cables for them. I've got some of the little straps, which I'll get into in a minute, that came with the case. I've got a little bit of accessories for my lights, some extra bulbs and stuff like that. So this is just kind of like little accessory area for the time being. Now, if we get into it, and let me just tilt this up to you guys a little bit without dumping it, okay? I'll give you a little bit more in-depth explanation. So in here, I've got a couple of Vagabond mini lithium batteries so that when I'm shooting on location and I'm shooting with my Einsteins, which are these guys, the Paul Buff Einsteins, that I can power them. I've got the reflectors for the lights, 25-foot Stinger. And in this pouch over here, I've got 3 modifiers. I've got an Octabox, a medium softbox, and a small strip softbox. And I've also got an umbrella over here, a Photech umbrella. I've got some J-hooks, and I've got a little power supply, power adapter over here, and one of these Manfrotto gizmos as well. Whew. Okay, that was getting a little bit heavy. And I've also got a light stand in here, and I can probably put a couple of nanos in here, some smaller light stands if I want. And the other thing is that I know that if I'm taking this thing out, I don't really need to have a light stand bag, because what I would do is with the straps that are included in the bag, I would attach this light stand right to the side of the bag here. I would just strap this puppy in, or maybe I would start it in here and strap it in on the top. And I would probably do that on both sides. So here it is. Now I've got 3 stands, maybe even some nanos in there. So that is my pack, with the ThinkTank Production Manager 40. As you guys can tell, I am completely thrilled about this bag, as I am with all of my bags, but this bag is really the bag that I've been waiting for, because previously I had all this lighting gear spread out in a couple of different bags. It was kind of a mess. Now it is so tidy, so organized, so well protected, and so easy to manage. So that's it for now. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and we'll see you soon.